BookTube, it's Missy. I heard you guys say that you wanted a vlog from me, so I'm making it a week event. Hopefully the video won't be too long, but I don't have much to film every day, so I'm gonna just do a few clips each day and then I'll upload it this Friday. Right now we are at the San Diego Zoo. I have taken some video already of elephants and other animals. Yeah, so I will see you later. Well, it's Tuesday. I look like garbage because it's 7 a.m. I just woke up to make coffee for my husband because he had to go to work. And today I wanted to say meeting, but that sounds very professional. My friend wants to go to book off today. She's a writer, and so she needs inspiration for her latest book. And she also wants to get MASH, you know, the old TV show, the military TV show. She's been obsessed with it for a few weeks now, and so she wants to see if Book Off has like the whole series, so that way she can buy it. So that's the plan for today. Yesterday we finished at the zoo, we rushed home, and then I had to do laundry, and then I went out with my friend to Cheesecake Factory. I've never eaten there before, and it was okay. I mean, it's like any other restaurant. I only got a salad because I'm on a low-carb diet at the moment. And when I say low-carb diet, I mean, I hate the word diet because people do yo-yo diets, and then they, you know, get back into it, and then they end up gaining all this weight back. So instead of like an actual diet, I stopped eating tortillas. Like, I don't usually eat bread very often because it's a filler, and although I love bread, I don't need it. And so I stopped eating bread a while ago, and I was just focused on potatoes and tortillas as my sustenance, because I would have burritos and stuff like that, and I've just mainly been eating salads with lots of meat on top of it. So like taco salads, which is just like the lettuce with all the fixings, so without a taco shell. And the same thing, I'll have lots of like Cobb salads at home that I make from scratch. That's been my daily diet or my lifestyle change the last almost 3 weeks. So I've lost 3 pounds, which is great. You're supposed to do like carb cycling, so you don't eat any carbs, and then you eat a little bit of carbs, and then you eat a lot of carbs. You vary it, so you do lots of carbs, no fat, or no carbs with lots of fat, and fat being good fats like avocado and butter. And I know butter's not an actual good fat, but it's good for you when you need the fuel and you're not getting it from carbs. Anyways, I read all about it online because of course I'm not an expert. Anyways, this is a very long intro, so I will continue on with my day. I'll show you the floor. I have been organizing my shelves, and yeah, and then I'll take you with me to Book Off. We'll go down the aisles, check out some books, and that's it. Alright, so I changed this around. I normally have all of these big books in the back, but I decided to put them in the front this time. These are kind of the same, but I added these. They used to be over here, now they're up there. I like to switch up my bookshelves just because I see the same books over and over again. This is the same. I actually took off a bunch of books, so I have this hole here that needs to either be Catacomb or Beastly Bones, or not Beastly Bones, Ghostly Echoes, which I haven't finished yet. Story of my life. And then down here, I mean, it's mostly the same. I did add Meg. Where is it? Right there. Erica of Perks of Books. I believe her channel link down below. She's going to be having a Meg readathon in July. I'm so stoked. I thought the movie had already come out, and I was really bummed that it wasn't in theater and I couldn't see it. But then I saw Erica in front of a picture on Instagram saying that the movie comes out in August. So now I'm all confused and really excited that I actually get to see it. And then down here, so all of these books are red now. All of these are red. Everything behind, like in that little hole right there, everything behind is books that I haven't read. Those are all mysteries. And then, excuse the damn wires. So these are all mystery books. These are all mystery books. And then these are all the Stephen King books that I have not gotten to yet. So these will be next year. And of course you have, I love him, Lotso. All of my packing stuff, ignore that. And then I have here, you guys have already seen those. Those are all my comic books, or my graphic novels. And then these are all like, I don't know if these are thrillers, but these are like supposed to be thrillers. These 3 books here are not, don't include Blaze, but these 3 books here need to be up here on this shelf, but I don't have room. And then I have all of those. And then I'm actually going through these right now. I want to see if I can find room for these books on a shelf. I haven't been able to do so that. And then we have all of my DNF books. And when I say DNF, I really mean this is my dead books. They're sleeping right now. I need to finish reading them. Like this one here, Guile, I Hunt Killers. You see what that bookmark is? It's more than half. I just need to finish it. I don't know what's wrong with me. These are all the ones I have to finish. And then I've gone through all of these books. There's another row down there that I went through. So I need to catalog all of those ones. There's 3 shelves here. And then I need to catalog all of the bottom ones. Hey, by the way, I found a Cuckoo's Calling behind those books. So I can finally start the first book. And yeah, that's where I'm at. I need to find a place for all of these somewhere. And then I'm not going to show you the titles, but that stack right there, that stack is for you guys. And I'll be doing another trade away giveaway this month. Yeah, I'm going through my shelves, cataloging everything, and actually looking to see whether or not I want stuff still. A lot of the books that are up there in that stack I have already read and I don't need or want anymore. And then some I just decided I'm never going to get to. I don't want them. So that's where I'm at. So that is my little clip from Book Off. I know this morning I said I was going to show you around, but once I get into Book Off, I forget everything. I just grab a cart, or not a cart, but a basket, and I just go to the dollar books because that's all I want to do, and I spend a couple hours looking at every single spine of the books, looking at all the drawers underneath the shelves to see if there's anything that I need or want. And I found 2 full bags of stuff today. You guys have heard this many times this year, but I am not on a book buying ban, but I'm just being smarter about my book buying choices. I didn't want to buy anything that I didn't need or that I didn't know anything about. A lot of the times I'll go to Book Off and I'll just buy a bunch of books. Even though they're $1, I still have a whole bunch of books on my shelves that I need to read, so I don't want to just accumulate a ton of books. And so I try to keep my book buying this year close to none, and I've been very good. I've bought a bunch of books in March because it was my birthday, and I haven't purchased any books the rest of those 6 months, and it is June, and so I bought a whole bunch of books. And so let's get started. I want to share with you guys the books that I purchased. So I found this little tiny mass market paperback called Sleeping Giants by Sylvian Neuvel. And I thought I had heard about this book on BookTube. I can't think of the booktuber that talked about it. but she has a science channel or sci-fi channel, and she reads predominantly sci-fi and what's the other thing called? I can't think of it, but she reads a lot of science fiction, and I could have sworn she talked about this, and if she didn't, oh well, it does sound really good. It's about a little girl who falls down a well, and when the firefighters come to get her, they look down the well and notice that she's sitting on this giant metal hand, and they don't know what it is, and that's where the book starts. This is the very first book in the series, so yeah, I'm excited to read another sci-fi book. I really do like sci-fi as long as it's not like really heavy in sci-fi, if that makes sense. Like, I like space, but I don't want to do like space operas, and I don't want to read like Star Trek books, if that makes any sense. So I think that one will be really good. And then I found, I'm so excited. I was about to leave, and I only usually shop in the dollar row, which is where the clip is from, and I decided to go to the $5 row just to check it out, because I'll maybe buy one $5 book normally, and I didn't have a ton of money today to buy books. I spent $50 total, but I didn't even want to spend that much, and I ended up not being able to help myself. So let me pull all these books out of the bags, because this is the most exciting find. Besides the Lemony Snicket, The Unfortunate Events series, that I bought all 13 books for $39.99, which is a steal. That was the most exciting purchase I purchased from Book Off before, but this one tops it. So I think, yeah, I think this is it. Look what I found at Book Off. Yep. My collection of the Dark Tower series was a mixture of hardback, paperback, and one lonely mass market. And I was not mad because I've just been collecting them. When I first purchased the first two books, The Gunslinger and The Drawing of the Three, I didn't even know if I would like the Dark Tower series. Now that I've read all 7 books, I definitely wanted a full matching collection. And so I will show you what I found. So where's the first one? So here's the first one. The Gunslinger. And again, I'm going to be doing that Guide to Stephen King. I will be doing that sometime this week, and it's going to be in parts because there's a lot to learn about King. But this is the first book in the Dark Tower series, and this is illustrated. It does have the illustrated pages. I mean, it's so gorgeous, and I paid $4.50 for this book. I'm sure you can find this on the Book Depository or Amazon, but $4.50 is a steal, and it's gorgeous condition. I mean, it's perfect. And I have this in paperback, which I just gave to my friend because she has never read the Dark Tower series, and I talk about it all the time. So I said, you have to try the first book at least, and if you like it, then you can have my other paperbacks. So here's The Gunslinger. The second book is The Drawing of the Three. Again, gorgeous hardcover. Here is the inside flap. There's that illustrated portion. Oh my god, I'm so... You guys should know how much I love the Dark Tower series because I talk about it constantly. All of these books do have the illustrations on the inside. And then, so this one was $5.50. The next one is The Wastelands. Now this is the hardest book to find for some reason. They just aren't selling it. And I had to pay $18 for this hardback, which, you know, a typical hardcover adult book is more than $18. Normally it's like in the $30. This one was $35 when it was first published. Here again is the front. And this is the one book that I had in mass market paperback, which I was totally bummed about because when I bought it off of Amazon Marketplace, it said it was going to be this edition and it didn't come in this edition. It came in that tiny little mass market, and I complained. I was like, you guys sent me the wrong book. They're sorry, we don't have any other drawing or the Wastelands. And so I was like, fine, I'll just live with it because it's my favorite series. I'll just have whatever I have. But now I have it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, next is book 4, excuse me, and that is Wizard and Glass. And again, so excited. I'm really happy that I purchased this book because I wasn't sure if I had this in paperback or not, and I really wanted it in hardcover. This one was $4.50, so I purchased this one as well. And here is the inside end pages. This one's not as fun, but this one also has the illustrated. And then lastly, I found book 6, which is Song of Susanna, illustrated insides. And here is this one's a little bit rougher, like harder to open. This one's like the newest of them all. So yeah, I can't believe I found all of these editions. I'm so excited. These are the ones that I'll be getting rid of. So if my friend likes it, I would normally, first thing is offer these books up to you guys, but if she likes it, then I'm just going to give it to her. But then here's my paperback of Drawing of the Three and Song of Susanna and Wizard and Glass. And I found all of these are all illustrated as well. I found them all on either the Amazon Marketplace or from my actual local library bookstore. So I'm really happy to be able to switch these paperbacks out for the lovely hardbacks. Oh my gosh, you just don't understand how excited I am to have a full set, because I'm not going to take them out because they'll knock over all the other books, but I do have book 5, The Wolves of the Kala, in in hardcover, and I also have The Dark Tower, book 7, in hardcover. They're not going to match like this spine, but I don't care. They all have the keyhole, and that's all that matters. Just so excited. Okay, so that was my second best find at Book Off. On to the last bag of books. These were all dollar books that I had in my basket prior to finding the Stephen King books. So we have here, let me pull these out. Okay, so I found the Eyre Affair. I keep wanting to say Jane Eyre. The Eyre Affair by Jasper Fforde. I went to Book Off a long time ago. I want to say months ago, maybe even last year, and I found the 4th book in the Thursday Next series, which sounds so fun. There's a lot of literature references either in the titles or in the situations themselves within the books, like the plot, The Well of Plots, which I thought was really cool. I think that's the second title of the books, of the book series. But this is like a mystery series, and I can't wait to read them. So I finally found the first book in the series, so I can actually start reading it. And yeah, so $1. And then I found book 3, which is Something Rotten. I believe this is book 3. And then I found book 5, which is First Among Sequels. So I have 1, 3, 4, and 5. I need to get 2, and I need to get 6, and then I'll have the whole series. It stinks that I have a couple in hardcover, a couple in paperback, but whatever. As long as I can read the series, right? Alright, next I picked up The Silver Linings Playbook by Matthew Quick. I've been wanting to read this book, and I've seen it several times at the library bookstore, and I didn't pick it up, but I just went for it. I mean, it's $1. If I don't like it, you guys can have it. And then I picked up Lisa Unger's Blackout. Now, I do own this on mass market paperback. Someone sent it to me. Thank you so much, person who sent it to me. But I would rather read, you know, trade paperbacks, and so I will be giving that one away. Was $1. I haven't read Lisa Unger before, so I'm curious to know if I'll like her thrillers. Then I found, this one has been on my Amazon wish list. This is Homesick for Another World by Otessa Moshfegh. I don't know how to say it, the last name. This was on my, like I said, Amazon wish list, and it's so much money. It was $1 at Book Off, so I was really excited to find this. And then I found Revenge Wears Prada by Lauren Weisberger. I didn't even know The Devil Wears Prada had a sequel. And I've been meaning to read The Devil Wears Prada for years, and I still haven't picked it up because I just don't read chick lit books. But I found the sequel, so maybe I'll bust it out this, bust it out? Sounds gross. Maybe I'll pick up The Devil Wears Prada in July or August because they're late summer reads, I guess, and then I can read the sequel. Very exciting. All right, and the very last book that I bought was on a whim. This one is against my rules, but it sounded really cheesy, and if you guys remember, oh, you can't see it, I purchased Mr. Darcy Vampire back in December of last year, because I knew it was going to be a cheese fest, and I absolutely adored it, which, by the way, I found at Book Off again. I was going to buy it for $1 so I could give it away to you guys because I thought it would be fun, but I already have so many books here as my next trade away that I didn't want to buy anymore. Don't hate me. All right, so my cheese fest of this book buying experience is Gabriel's Inferno, and this is by Sylvian Reinard. I believe this is the first book in the series. Hopefully I'm not wrong because it says down here author of Gabriel's Rapture. I don't know what that means, but I think this is the first book in a series. It's about a man who is obsessed with Dante's Inferno, and I think he's a professor and he has a fling with one of his students. I don't know. It sounds like it's going to be super cheesy. I read the reviews on Goodreads and a lot of people gave it 1 star, and those are the best kind of reviews for me, when it's like, this book was so cliche, or oh my god, the dialogue was horrendous. I'm like, yes, give me more. Tell me more bad things about this book because now I want to read it. It looks like it's going to be like, not erotica, but just something super cheesy, and I'm all for it. He uses his notorious good looks and sophisticated charm to gratify his every whim. If you've read this book, let me know down below. It is such a big book. I can't. It's like 550 pages, which is crazy. Hopefully it's good. All right. So those were the books that I purchased at Book Off. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more vlogging today just because my oldest son went to his friend's house for a sleepover, and basically all I'm going to be doing is more rearranging of my bookshelves and playing Wii Sports with my youngest son. And that's it. So kind of boring, and then I'll probably play World of Warcraft later, and I don't know how I would film that to share with you guys. But yeah, I'm terrible at vlogs, that's why I don't do them. We'll try again tomorrow, okay? See you later.